Hey, it's Bill Simmons from the Bill Simmons Podcast. The NBA playoffs are here, and Michelob Ultra is getting you closer to the game than ever with courtside seats and more. Enter now at MichelobUltra.com/courtside. Michelob Ultra Superior Access Courtside 2024 to 2025 sweepstakes. No purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents 21 or older. Ends on July 1st, 2025. Multiple entry periods. Visit MichelobUltra.com/superior access/courtside for free entry deadlines and official rules. Message and data rates may apply. Void where prohibited.
Acura's all-new ADX, a compact SUV that isn't just built for one thing, it's precision crafted for everything. To escape the grind with available all-wheel drive. To go with your flow with available Google built-in.
Hey Google, turn it up.
Okay, turning up the volume. And crafted to be heard with an available Bang & Olufsen premium sound system. The all-new Acura ADX, crafted to match your energy. Acura, precision crafted performance.
Take your vibes and go.
Google is a trademark of Google LLC.
And now, listen to this on the Toddcast podcast.
Gabe has been around since 1993, over 30 years as a band. And if you're from the Lower Mainland, they formed in Langley, you'll likely know them well. Huge in the late 90s, nominated for Best New Group at the Junos in 2000. They didn't win, but still neat to be considered. That same year, their album World According to Gabe dominated Canadian radio airwaves. You would hear them as much as you would hear The Tragically Hip or Sloan, Tea Party, I Mother Earth, that sort of thing. You've heard their songs in TV shows, movies, video games like the NHL franchise or Madden NFL. Straight Up Gabe is one of Canada's best punk bands ever. And when their drummer, Gabe, was a guest, we talked about so much more than just music. Binging Better Call Saul and Workaholics, comic books, Spider-Man, Superman, Batman, Archie comics, the story of seeing the Police in concert. We talked about gambling, Bob Marley, ABBA, and the Rolling Stones came up. He shared a near-death driving story, Star Wars and Star Trek. We talked about aliens and Bigfoot. And Gabe shared a great Warped Tour story about one show in particular in Calgary and how they went on after Punk Elite. Listen to this.
We were really lucky. We got to play at UBC a couple times here, and it was we were sandwiched in between. It was like Eminem,
Yeah,
and it was Eminem and like Green Day, in the middle kind of thing. And we had some crazy times on that Warped Tour. I remember one time to me that really sticks out. It was great here. We had crazy shows here in Vancouver, but I remember one time in Calgary, and you show up at the Warped Tour, and the way it used to be is that you didn't know the time you were on until you got there at 11 a.m.
Really?
So everyone gets it at the same time, and of course, no effects in those bands. They know they're going to be near the end of the show, but the bands like say Gabe, we didn't know. Like it could be like we could literally be on first, or we could be, on last. And so we get there, and it was the year that Green Day was on it. One of the years that Green Day was on with us, and this is in Calgary, and we get there at 11, and they're like, "You're going on last. You're going on after Green Day." And I'm just like, "Oh my God!" So I'm like,
whoa,
sweating the whole day. It's like, "Oh no, how's this going to be? Everyone's going to leave. How are we going to go on after Green Day?" And so it gets to the time, and we're kind of setting, because there used to be two stages right side by side.
Yeah.
Green Day's playing, and we're setting up. You're setting up on the other side at the same time as they're playing, and what happened was I'm like looking out, we're setting up, and all of a sudden what happens is that like the whole crowd starts going, "Gabe, Gabe, Gabe," while Green Day was playing.
What?
You're louder than Green Day. And I'm like, "Okay, we're going to be all right." And we went on, and you know what? Everyone stuck around, and it was just we kicked ass. I mean, back in those days, it was a big deal. Like we would, we got to go on after Green Day, and everyone stayed. We were the headliner, and
that is crazy.
It was crazy, man. And we would go out after, and go to the merch booth, and we'd be like, "This is great." And there'd be all these people on, we would sell like $50,000 in merch. And to us, like, you can only imagine, like, that's like, say, I don't know, that feels like Taylor Swift numbers to me or something. It's just totally it's so insane. And, we came from like all ages shows where if you sold $500, you're stoked kind of thing. Right. So, to go to that, to like, playing with Green, headlining over Green Day kind of thing. And,
wow.
Sell like 50,000 in merch. It was like, what the hell is going on? And, it was humble beginnings. Like literally, it's like, a 6-pack of beer and a couple pieces of pizza and a kick in the ass. And there you go, boys.
Like, happy about that. Sounds great. We'll play the show. Why not?
Yeah, exactly.
Listen to This on the Toddcast podcast is brought to you by Tedco RV Supplies in Langley, an ICBC-approved repair shop. Visit them on Facebook and Twitter at Tedco RV Supplies.
I'm Amy Nicholson, the film critic for the LA Times.
And I'm Paul Scheer, an actor, writer, and director. You might know me from The League, Veep, or my non-eligible for Academy Award role in Twisters.
We love movies, and we come at them from different perspectives.
Yeah, like Amy thinks that, Joe Pesci was miscast in Goodfellas, and I don't.
He's too old. Let's not forget that Paul thinks that Dune 2 is overrated.
It is.
Anyway, despite this, we come together to host Unspooled, a podcast where we talk about good movies, critical hits,
fan favorites, must-sees, and in case you missed them.
We're talking Parasite to Home Alone.
From Grease to The Dark Knight.
We've done deep dives on popcorn flicks. We've talked about why Independence Day deserves a second look.
And we've talked about horror movies, some that you've never even heard of, like Ganja and Hess.
So if you love movies like we do, come along on our cinematic adventure.
Listen to Unspooled wherever you get your podcasts.
And don't forget to hit the follow button.
Can you actually change your personality if you want to? How does peer pressure work, and why is it so powerful? Should you ever really trust your gut when you make a big decision? These are just a few of the topics we've recently covered on my podcast, Something You Should Know. I'm the host, Mike Carruthers, and each episode of Something You Should Know covers multiple topics that are likely relevant to you. You'll discover things you can use in your life today, right now, like how to have a great conversation, how to be more courageous, the anatomy of the perfect apology, and much, much more. To date, there are over 1,000 episodes of Something You Should Know, and we've gotten over 4,000 mostly 5-star reviews. I invite you to check out Something You Should Know. Look for the bright yellow light bulb on the blue background. Something You Should Know, wherever you listen to podcasts.
Do you love Disney? Do you love top 10 lists? Then you are going to love our hit podcast, Disney Countdown. I'm Megan, the Magical Millennial.
And I'm the Dapper Danielle.
On every episode of our fun and family-friendly show, we count down our top 10 lists of all things Disney. The parks, the movies, the music, the food, the lore. There is nothing we don't cover on our show.
We are famous for rabbit holes, Disney-themed games, and fun facts you didn't know you needed.
I had Danielle and Megan record some answers to seemingly meaningless questions. I asked Danielle what insect song is typically higher pitched in hotter temperatures and lower pitched in cooler temperatures.
You got this.
No, I didn't.
Don't believe that. About a wish coming true? Well, I didn't either. Of course, I'm just a
cicada. I'm crying. I'm so sorry, Jiminy.
You win that one.
So if you're looking for a healthy dose of Disney magic, check out Disney Countdown wherever you get your podcasts.